Jen Mason here, and I am going to show you today how to alter your Parts and Parcels album. This is a 12 parcel album kit. It's sort of an alternative to scrapbooking. You can use it for holding 12 mini little books that can be memory books. You could use them for writing poems and doing calligraphy in. You could make little altered books, but today I want to show you because the question came up a lot when we introduced this in February, if you could alter this sort of canvas linen cover, and you most definitely can, and I'm going to give you some ideas on doing that today. So let me set this aside. Today I am working on a beach album. Because there are 12 books that will fit into this album, I decided I wanted to do a beach album for my family. We live on the East Coast. We don't get to the beach a lot, but when we do, we get some really great pictures. So I was also inspired by Christine Adolph's new Tide Pool line that came out this winter, and they're all like double-sided cardstocks. There's some really, really great stickers. She's got some of these, they're called sticky squares, and we're going to use those in a minute as well, that work with her foils. But this is my inspiration, and I took the plain canvas album cover, let me set these aside, and I painted it. I used the golden acrylics paints. I'm sure you could use other craft paints, but I really like the fluid acrylics. They're an artist quality paint. I also am a fine artist, so these are the tools I use on everything. And to help me with this, oh, and let me go back. The fluid acrylics are like a regular kind of acrylic craft paint. They're a higher quality, but they're thinner. They're like just the paint with the pigment in it. They don't have the heavy body of, say, an artist acrylic. And to make this a little easier to work with, I used this interesting product. It's a liquid acrylic polymer called GAC 500, again made by Golden, and this helps extend the working time of your fluid acrylics here. So what I did is, it comes out white like a white glue does, but it dries clear, and I just used a great big giant brush and covered my whole piece with this. It sort of seeped into the fabric, which really made it easy to paint this. Then I just took all my different colors. I used a sap green, which looks like almost black probably to the camera, but it comes out this Kelly green. I used my favorite green gold, and it comes out like almost a spring green. I also used a little raw umber and a manganese blue hue to sort of duplicate the look that is in Christine's papers here. I wanted something a little more vibrant so that it would show off her papers as well. So I just squirted the paints on here, and then I would use the paintbrush and just bring the paints into the different colors into each other. Then I use this great tool. This is a comb tool. This one is made by Plaid. It has a comb tip, see if you can see that here, which gives me these great lines, and when you drag it one way, you get one texture, and then you can drag it across. And I sort of got the sort of net, fish net look on there. I also used the back of my paintbrush to just draw, so I wrote time in the sun here, and I drew little pictures of the shells, like her little starfish here, sun and sand, and this is actually the back of the cover. Let me show you the front of the cover, which I've already gone a little further on, and this says Beach Days. And I've also used Christine's foils here, and I don't know how that shows up on the camera, so I'll move it to a couple different angles. And I use her foils with these sticky squares, which means they're basically like a rub-on that is it's sticky. It's an adhesive. And so maybe what I will show you here is the spine. I'm going to take a pair of scissors here, and I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to cut out the section that I want, which are these stars. And I pull off the protective backing, which exposes the sticky. And you really can't see that. It's just slightly tinted, I think, so you can see it. I'm going to put them down here. And it's just going to call attention to our spine that's sitting on my shelf. And then I'm going to take, oh, there's this just handy little, it's actually a popsicle stick that has a flat end. And we're going to use that to rub this on. Now, because I was just painting this earlier today, the paint has not fully cured. So you want to be careful when you're using your foils because you can actually make it stick to the paint and not just this, the sticky squares. Which, if I let this actually wait, probably even just a couple hours. But really, I just did this a short time ago. And I'm using her, let me see. Oh, I've been working with these, so they're all a mess. But the package looks like, oh, it's under here somewhere. The package looks like this, and it comes with all the foils in it. And this is the Ocean set. So it's got all these great, deep, sort of violet blues and aquamarines and teals and another teal. And I think I'm going to use this sort of really pretty silvery blue on this one. So you just lay it over these. Now I have to tell you a funny story. My husband, who's actually manning the camera right now, came with me to CHA in February, and he was shown how to use these, and he helped Christine demonstrate this when she was doing her make and takes. He would sit there and do this. It was the funniest thing. It wasn't funny. He did a really good job. But everybody, I think, wanted to buy them because some cute guy was showing them how to use them. It's kind of a rarity there at CHA. So when I pull this off, I hope the camera picks that up. I've got the little glimmery starfish. So that's our cover. And then on another video, I showed how to also paint these inserts. Okay, so what I would do first, though, is actually use, let me move this out of the way, some teal or aqua paper here that really makes this paper of Christine's pop. And I put that underneath. I have one for the other side. And then I would use these foam frames, which fit right underneath these. And that's what makes our little shadow boxes that hold all of our little books. This is the book that comes with this, and it also comes with the linen thread that you would need to tie this. It comes in a natural color. We have a couple other book designs. I'll be making on another video a little flip-flop book for this to take to CHA and show off. And what I think I'm going to use for these, they have little holes in them so you can tie it in. You could also, if you wanted to change the orientation of your book, move it like that, but we're going to keep ours this way. And I would poke through these holes, which are also on here, and I'm going to use my Strings and Things kit, which comes in these great neutrals. They have these little button closures. This is that elastic string, which you could just push across and it would just hold it in there. But I think I'm going to use, because it reminds me of fishnet, I'm going to use this sort of light brown or dark neutral color as my little ties. So that is how you can sort of alter, not sort of, that's exactly how you can alter your own album from outside to in. And remember that there's only one right way to make your Parts and Parcels album, and that's your way. Enjoy! Bye-bye.